Right, you guys. There we go. Let's try to take two on this one. Uh, oh, shit, wasn't expecting that. Sorry. So we have four cigars to get through today.
Four cigars, number
Four
five to
cigars.
two.
So it's coming down to the wire, guys. I mean, this is the final four cigars before we get to our number one cigar of the year. Um, I know I've had a great time trying these cigars and smoking these cigars and getting to put these in the order we did, and having to revisit some of them so that we can say, oh, you know what, maybe this one goes here, maybe that one goes there.
Yeah,
It's been a lot of fun, and I'm glad we get to do this every year.
yeah. It doesn't get any easier. It really doesn't, because there's so much good stuff that's coming out year after year, and I think this has been one of the best that we've got put against each other from so many different companies.
Easily.
I mean, again, I think we talked about this before. It could have been a 50 list easily, but we know 25 itself is even a lot. We've been trying to avoid going past the 10, but it just wasn't a possibility anymore.
What's that?
But the good news is, hey Richard, how you doing? We are back. That the first cigar we picked this time was actually the cigar we have to smoke today. So that was a rare treat, because last time we literally had the last cigar that we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
So we couldn't mention what we were smoking and then ruin the surprise, which was, oh, so this time a little bit better, but nonetheless incredible, especially for the top five.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a well-deserved spot for this cigar. There's a bunch in the lineup that we'll be talking about that could have easily taken this place. In fact, we had a couple of them in and out, almost like the last minute.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, no, maybe we want this for this company. No, we're gonna keep this one. And I think we made the right call. I think you kind of leaned me into this one. And let me see this real quick. Have you tried the 601 Wolfpack Cigar Club of Smoking? The 601, yeah, the La Bamba, I believe.
Yeah, Espinosa cigar. There's a great cigar. There's a couple of different ones to it. But yeah, they're good cigars.
Yeah, there's no denying you're going to enjoy that stick. But for our number five, for a different number, and from a frequent guest and a good buddy of the show, and all around curmudgeon of a human being,
Mm-hmm.
who he always says like, "Oh, I'm rough." And it's always a good time, always. So, without further ado, the guy who understands that I am the better interviewer, Steve Saka and Dunbar and Tobacco and Trust, with the new addition to the Micarita line, and that would be the Saka Con. Right,
Well, it's actually an entire different version of the Mickey. This is a black and silver label.
Yes.
This is the third iteration of the original Micarita. The original Micarita came in the navy blue with gold outline, and then we got the Tricky Chaka, which was the gold with the kind of reddish maroon color. And now we get the black and silver. So Saka Khan it's a big cigar though. I think it's like what, 7 inches?
This is, yeah.
Yeah, 7 by like what, 60 or 56, somewhere in there, 56.
56, 54 maybe. Maybe 56. I don't think it's bigger than that, though, as far as ring gauge goes. You're right. It is a mammoth of a cigar right here. And you want that, though, because there's so much good flavor to it. There's good spice. There's good leathery notes. It's coffee. It's heavy. I mean, it really does do the Micarita line proud, because if you had the Tricky Traca, it's a heavy cigar. You had the Micarita. It's not as heavy, but it's still not in the regular lineup with like the Sombra Mesa,
Right.
or even the Umbagog. It's not like the others. It's much heavier than the rest of the lineup.
And I will say, some people have said that they've gotten certain citrus notes out of this cigar. I've smoked a bunch of these, and I have never gotten any kind of citrus out of them. But if you guys want to go ahead and read it there, you're going to post it later for our flavor profile, what we got out of it. I don't think I put strength up there, but strength is definitely on the higher end.
I would agree. Yeah, it's definitely on the higher end. Brandon, absolutely right. Although, Brandon, we also have to get on the show soon. I believe he has something to say about the list as well. I think he disagrees with it or something, or says it's a terrible list. I don't remember. But would love to get him back on the show as soon as we can.
Absolutely. And again, like I said, I've already smoked a bunch of these. Started over at PCA. We got a chance to talk to Steve about it, and I've been blown away by how much I've enjoyed the cigar over the past few months. So I think it's well deserved at number 5. It could have easily got up higher if we had a third opinion on it, but this is where we stuck with it, and I think we did a good job.
Yeah, man, it could have went higher. It really could have. But you're gonna see this top 5 is a very difficult list to choose from already, let alone other ones that could have been higher that were in the teens. I mean, the entire list could be so much different depending on the day, the mood, what you're smoking at that time, what you're pairing it with. It's very difficult to get into these top 5s.
Yeah, I mean, look, you already had big heavy hitters like Atabey and J.C. Newman already on the list, and
Black Diamond.
Yeah, and then you have newcomers that were fantastic, like Don Dorteo and Aponte.
Oh, that's good stuff.
You
Yeah.
know, and all these great cigars coming out this past year that it was really, really hard to do this list. But at number 5, Dunbar Tobacco and Trust, Mi Querida, Saka Khan.
Saka Khan. I was going to take us down real quick. There we go. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Yeah, you are right. I love this stick as well. And that's exactly what we were smoking. For those who did not know, we're having the Saka Khan for the show, which is a really good thing because that was our number 5, the first one revealed. Hey, Mike. And number 4 is no slouch either.
Right.
As far as if we're just going size comparison, they're almost the same, but just one happens to be a little bit more of a torpedo shape.
Solomon size.
Solomon size. And my God, it's good. This company has been Happy New Year's, right? How you doing? Good to see you. This company has been doing some phenomenal stuff. They actually were on our list last year, and you will know exactly where if you paid attention. But this new addition to their entire lineup is causing some serious waves and in a very good way.
And they're making some serious waves with everything they've been doing. I mean, they're just not focusing on tobacco right now. They're doing a lot of stuff.
Absolutely, 100%.
It's incredible what this company is doing. So, and number 4, we have El Septimo, the Napoleon, Connecticut. I actually got handed one of these
I did
at the event up here at Cigars and More 2. And I had already been smoking, I believe it was a Raphael. No?
It was the other Solomon.
Yeah, whatever.
It was a Raphael.
What's the Raphael? It was the bigger one from the Cigars collection.
The bigger one.
Yeah. And so I'd already been smoking it, and he comes up to me and he says, "Here, take this one. Smoke this one." I was like, "Oh, I've already got this." No, smoke them back. Smoke them together.
Yeah.
And you're getting the time. The Cigar Arts was a bit heavier, a bit darker, a bit more robust. Where the Connecticut, after I started smoking it, was creamier, more buttery, I guess, oily.
Yeah.
And he said when you taste them together, you're going to get 10 country blend. And so I did. And I enjoyed both cigars a lot. And I actually finished both cigars. It took me a long ass time. Oh, don't get me wrong. But El Septimo has some fantastic tobacco, cultivated from some of the finest farms around the world. And within 2 cigars, I was having tobacco from 10 different countries. That's amazing.
It's an impressive feat. And in just 2 sticks and in a lineup that is not slowing down. And like you said, you're absolutely right. From the accessories to the lounges to the liquors, the spirits, the wine, it's all a very luxury item. It really will make you rethink what luxury truly is. This is a brand that is going for 100% luxury, ultra premium sticks, and they are hitting the mark, I would say, every time right now.
Absolutely.
So you got to keep an eye out for those El Septimos when you see them out there. Let us know what your favorite is, because we're only talking about 2 lineups right now: the Napoleon or the Emperor's edition, and the Sacred Arts. There's a lot more in it.
I will say it is a little bit pricey. That would be the only down point that I can say about it. It is a little pricey. Even this one's pricey, but not as pricey. And it's definitely going to be one of those cigars that you're going to spoil yourself with, unless you've got a ton of extra money and you buy cigars all the time like this. It's going to be something that you're going to want to treat yourself to, like when you're buying the Atabey, when you're buying the Opus, when you're buying that higher end Padron stuff. It's something that you're going to have as a treat. It's not going to be an everyday cigar. If you're going to look for an everyday cigar, or somewhat like an everyday cigar from El Septimo, you can look at like the Gilgamesh,
which is still really good.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, though, the Sacred Art line was a little bit more on the affordable side, and then with the popularity and then scarcity.
Yeah, much like Illusion Bowl.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Billy, real quick though, Happy New Year, brother. I didn't want to think I forgot you. What was I gonna say? Dang it. I totally forgot my train of thought right there. I apologize. So I'm gonna let that go for right now. I'm sure I'm gonna remember like halfway through the next one. Gosh dang it. But my gosh, a lot to smoke on this guy, so I'm gonna enjoy this slowly but surely.
Yeah, it's a great cigar. If you guys haven't smoked it, try smoking through the entire list. I think you'll have a great couple days of cigars.
Oh hell yeah, 100%, 100%. But we won't slow this down any. Let's go into number 3 here.
So up next is a cigar from someone that's very close to the show. You know, they've been big supporter of the show since the beginning. Really taught us the ropes, got us into making cigars.
It's true.
Has taken us all over with him to talk to people and introduce to people. And his cigars are consistently on our list.
For good reason.
You know, I enjoy the entire portfolio from top to bottom. And this cigar that he made, I believe it was only went to certain retailers, I believe.
Yes, this is their ultra premium.
Yeah,
The most expensive in the lineup, the best in the lineup kind of feel. This is one that you are not using as an everyday smoke. This is
well, unless you have access to his
the warehouse,
to his warehouse where
You
they
just kinda
can just take them as
take them.
please.
Yeah, then of course yes, but you probably shouldn't still.
Right.
I should get. This is to punctuate those moments where nothing but perfection is going to do it for you, honestly. And I think you'll be hard pressed to find anyone who likes a heavier cigar, lots of flavor, lots of Lajero. You're going to enjoy this. This is going to be amongst your rotation of those cigars
Absolutely.
the moment you try it. And I'm talking about for our number 3 spot is Sinistro Cigars Envy. Fuji spelled Envy. It's a very nice little touch. I like that. I enjoyed it.
For the first time when I saw it, I thought it was for Nevada.
Nevada.
Yeah.
So you just went straight to your state's acronyms? Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's got to be Nevada.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And he's like, no, it's Envy. And I was like, oh, I get it.
Now you get okay, yeah. But I do love the name. Not gonna lie. Hey, Robert, how you doing, brother? Checking in on YouTube. I like it. I like it a lot. Again, this is a 10-year-old Corojo Maduro wrapper over a Sumatra binder with U.S., Dominican, and Nicaraguan Lajero. So you have 3 country Lajeros and Dominican Seco. So you're gonna get that little bit of sweetness with all that power and a lot of flavor. I mean, you're talking Lajero, you're talking a lot of flavor, but you're also talking about a very potent cigar.
Yep.
You're gonna want to eat a really good meal before. That's like after that really good steak dinner. I'm more like thinking of Nevada, for instance. I want to go to that restaurant right in front of the plaza where they filmed that scene from Casino. I want to get that big tomahawk steak. I want a couple of drinks in me. I want to walk Fremont smoking my Envy. Because when they see you, they will be envious. I'll tell you right now. What do you call it? Wouldn't it be top 3 with that? 100%, Richard. This is where it belongs in that top 3 spot, tied for friggin' first even. But we didn't do any ties. There's no ties when this is gonna happen. All right, guys. Is that absolutely a tequila stick. You could smoke this and drink maybe half a bottle by yourself.
Could be.
I would say yeah, it's safer that way.
I've smoked about maybe 4 of those since it was released.
Yeah.
I didn't get any at the show. You didn't have enough samples at the show, so that was fine. But we did get a few more, or a few when we went down to his warehouse down in LA. So we were able to taste quite a few of them to get a good idea of what it had to offer. And I definitely think that's what put it into the number 3 spot over some of the other cigars that we had.
I couldn't agree more. Honestly, it's something to behold, and I want you guys to try it for yourself. Like Frankie said, there's a limited release as far as which stores it goes to. It's that situation again. That's a situation where limited done right.
Correct.
It goes to supporters of the brand, to those who know the brand, and those who will be able to push the brand. It's a trifecta of quality, where the quantity needs to go, and knowledge of the cigars themselves.
Yeah.
Because you don't want these just sitting on shelves everywhere.
No.
This is not for them. This is for those moments and those people who know what they're looking for. And if you are one of those people, you can still find them. Get a hold of the shops. There's a full list on the Sinistro website.
Yeah.
You can get to try it out yourself, but there will be a little hunting involved, and I promise you, it will be worth it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Before we get into our number 2 cigar, which I'm excited about as well.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll just let you guys know we aren't doing a best ash contest this month. We're trying to think of something new. I like the best ash contest, but up until last couple months, we were always getting the same people doing it, and I want to see if we can get something to engage more people in. So, if you guys have any more ideas on something to do, let me know. We'll take it into consideration. We'll put that on the show. We're gonna do the birthday thing, of course. We're gonna start that up again. I'll have that posted either tomorrow or Friday. So if you guys have a birthday in January, you guys can post that to the comment section. Please remember, it has to go in the comment section of the post pinned to the top of the page. Can't mail it or you can't message it to me. That doesn't count.
Does not count, unfortunately, but it's a pretty set rule. It's a pretty simple one. Just wait for that post. Like, Richard actually when's the birthday contest going up? It'll get up soon, very soon. And then before we begin the next one, real quick, thanks to the sponsors.
Yeah, thanks to Artista Cigars and Cigar Heritage Festival for sponsoring the show. Thanks to John for making it lively in the background, because that's always fun.
And again, he still hasn't poured me a shot. It's like, whatever, it's fine. It's okay. Oh, that's right. Yes, it's very. He's also celibate too, so just remember that. This is why we come here, guys. This is exactly why. But I want to give a little bit of fanfare before we get this one out there, because I didn't think that they were going to get better cigars from this company already, because of how much I already loved what they had.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no, the such and such, if I get the names
right,
is already peaked. They already had a perfect cigar in the budget friendly. They had a perfect in the ultra premium section. They had a perfect in the everyday smoke that's still, a little bit on the higher price point. Something to celebrate with, something limited edition sizes, with the, can't say anything.
Well, I mean, honestly, what you could say is when this company started out, they started out with a solid foundation.
That's perfect. A very solid foundation. They Malillo did very well. And I'm talking, of course, about Foundation Cigar Company and the Olmec. We're going with the Maduro for our choice here, guys. But just like the rich history behind the actual Olmec statues, this cigar's got a lot of passion behind it right here, guys. It's a Mexican San Andreas Negro wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, jalapa, and Esteli fillers for what would be a really heavy cigar. Usually, it's not. I don't find it unbelievably heavy.
No, not at all. Like definitely medium plus, but not to where you're feeling it, like it's not punching in the gut or anything like that. We actually had a chance to sit down and talk to Nick. Brought him on the show at Cigar Heritage Festival. That was the first time we had him on the show. It was an absolute pleasure to have him on. So I definitely have to get him back on and talk more about the Olmecs. Honestly, when I first heard of the name, I thought of Legend of the Hidden Temple. I'm not gonna lie.
It's funny though, because around the same time the Olmec came out, I kept seeing that Joe Rogan interview with the dude who studies the Olmecs, and like clips here and there, and like, I really want another cigar now. Like, do I want to learn history or do I want to smoke a cigar? And it was kind of both, but it kind of leaned more towards the cigar. Not gonna lie. And this cigar in particular, my God. I mean, again, I really love the Tabernacles. Don't get me wrong; they're absolutely phenomenal. The Charter Oak Maduro is one of my favorite in that budget-friendly everyday smoke category. And the High Clear Castle is something to enjoy and savor. And you better clear the schedule. It's not where like, oh, I don't care what I'm doing. It is a get to sit down, relax with friends or by yourself with a good pairing of something, whether you're doing a French press coffee, not that drip stuff, whether you're doing a bottle that you've been saving for a while of wine or scotch. It's those moments that you don't want to just throw whatever you have at it. And the Olmec fits into that category very well.
Oh, absolutely.
Into their lineup very well. I don't know how they're going to top themselves after this one, but I cannot wait to see what they come up with in the future. And I think if they continue to do that, Foundation is going to be very soundly in our top 5 pretty much year after year if they keep that going on. I have nothing but positive, great things to say about Foundation cigars. They're absolutely some of my favorites. And it was a very difficult choice where to put all these in there, but it wasn't difficult to know that this is going to go very high on the list. Yeah,
I think from the get-go, we had this at a blank space because we were thinking it was going to go 1, 2, or 3. So once we had 2 or 3 nailed down, we looked at 1 and 2 and we said it's getting 2. So I think this one took us the longest to actually label where it was going on the list. And for good reason. It's a fantastic cigar. It's got great flavors to it, great burn time to it. It's everything you're going to look for in a cigar if you're a Foundation fan. It's everything you want from Foundation.
Absolutely. And if you just like good cigars, you're on the same boat. It's everything you're looking for. especially if you like Mexican San Andreas wrappers. If you like something that does have a bit more body to it, but not that point where what's what I'm looking for. It's not going to be the top of the strength again. So if you're looking for that flavor and strength mix
Mhm.
to both be on the higher end, but not just punch you down with strength, this is exactly what you're looking for, at least in my opinion.
Oh, I agree 100%. Uh, so that's it, you guys. That is 2 through 5 for our list for 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed these cigars. I know we're enjoying some of them right now.
Oh yeah.
We will be back Friday with a regular show and Monday as well. I'm still working on that special guest for Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So we will let you guys know and keep you guys posted when we release the number one cigar. So stick with us, and we will see you guys on Friday.
Absolutely. Robert, though, real quick, Happy New Year to you as well, brother. I cannot wait to get the word out. I really want to tell you guys, but I think we're doing the right thing here and waiting for that special guest. So bear with us. Stick with us on Friday. We will have our, like Frank said, regular show. And we'll see you then, guys. You have a great rest of your Wednesday, and talk to you soon.
See you guys.